Okay, so in 2025, most people these days don't have the money to fork out £2,000 or so on a powerhouse M4 laptop, for example. What if I told you that the M1 MacBook Air in 2025 is still one of the best mid-range laptops to buy in 2025? Would you believe me? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to my review. Alright, so the M1 MacBook Air we all know is amazing. With 8 GPU cores and 7 CPU cores, this laptop has amazing accessories and 2 other USB 4 ports on the side. And the headphone jack, this laptop in terms of accessories is great. We are also running macOS 2.5 macOS CQR and 8GB of RAM. Now RAM, if you didn't know, is random access memory, and this is very important in the computer. Ideally in a computer you need about, you want ideally about 16GB of RAM. So yes, the ideal package is 16GB, 30GB of RAM, 256 storage, and that should get exactly what you need in terms of performance. So 8GB and 1 to 2GB is fine if you manage it well, in my case. Now, something to note is that the battery health has decreased, lasts about 5 hours on a day-to-day basis. Of course, if you buy this new, it should last about 6 or 7 hours on a short flight, for example. Keyboard is nice, and it's got a backlit computer, which is very important at this price. You really need a backlit computer, especially if you're buying a new computer in 2025. If you don't have a backlit computer these days, you kind of just seem quite outdated. And yeah, the grayscale silver design is really nice. The matte black is for the pros only. But yeah, this is really good. It's a very powerful computer with lots of good features such as a 400 PPI plus PPI pixels per inch and a P3 wide color gamut, which means color to streaming Yapper, of course. Tech is obviously released. When you compare the old products to the new products, the older products look bad. If you take the old product at face value, then it's not half as bad as it might seem. And yeah, so it is designed well. It's got a really nice aluminum finish. The bezels don't actually, whilst it might matter to some users, for most people it's fine. And under heavy load, this computer is still really well performed, so it doesn't feel slow or in any way, shape or form. Should you still buy? Well, if you have the right amount of money, it's ideal. But make sure you get the right spec. And should you get this or an iPad? Well, this is a very important segment of the video because iPads also are very good. You can get literally a very similar configuration in an iPad. It's more portable, and so we can imply that there are many reasons to buy this over an iPad. And in that sense, I guess you're right, there are. The question is it really worth it? Is the M1 MacBook Air in 2025 really worth it? And also notes to the question, how is the experience like, and will this last another 2 or 3 years? In my experience, yes, this laptop should last you another 2 or 3 years. The M1 chip is going to get slow within the next maybe 12 months in my case. It still runs well. I can still edit 4K Premiere Pro. I'm recording this, there's no stuttering or anything. It works perfectly fine. And so I think this will last about a couple of years. In my case, if you buy this new, it should last until 2030. And yeah, of course, M2 and M3 and even M4 is a lot better, and I'm sure there'll be more computers coming out soon. But if you want a more portable version of this, get an iPad or get an iPhone itself, because sometimes you need to, kind of move the ecosystem. The ecosystem of Apple is always like exponentially growing, so you need to be able to move with that. And so getting an M1 laptop is part of that. And if you want to join the M1, join the Apple Force, because there's loads of good features about having an iPhone. And if you guys enjoyed this M1 review, let me know in the description, and I'd love to see you guys' thoughts on what you think of the M1, and do you think you're going to buy an M1 in the future? Let me know.
Alright, so it is fair to say that the M1 MacBook Air is a lovely computer to use. And question, is there anything that I should regret? Well, if you should really be buying this computer, well, obviously it's a person's choice, and you have to have the right guy to make your right choice. So I'm thankful for you guys, of course, come straight to me to get the right information. In this video, I've talked a lot about the specs and delved deep into why I should buy this spec over another. And yeah, generally speaking, this M1 MacBook Air has loads of good features. But the question is, why should you buy this one? Space Gray, of course, no, it's colourless, and 430 PPI screen, which I think I've already mentioned is great for viewing angles. And of course, at all viewing angles, $900 phone, $900 laptop shouldn't break easily. And yeah, of course, it's gonna get an amazing deal. This video should go up by Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna give the other video some time to index on YouTube. It's still doing pretty decent. But no, generally speaking, this video is doing. This computer does great on a day-to-day basis, and there's no reason not to buy this computer. That's the thing. There's no reason why you should just be like, you know what, I hate MacBooks. You just go and get a Chromebook or something like that, because the M1 MBA is a lovely buy in 2025, and I think I've given the reasons why. So if you like this video, subscribe down below. Peace out. Subscribe to the podcast, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It is meant to tech out MTR.
This ain't not taking us down. Not a chance. Stay alive and stay with me. Don't close your eyes. Hold me tight. One last time. We'll be alright. I'll miss your smile. This life got me walking with my head down.